We're going to work a problem now, or I should say an example. We're going to look at this one here. We want to find f prime of x. In other words, we're going to take the derivative, I guess you could say, of both sides, but we're going to take the derivative of this integral. That sounds scary. Alright, let's all remember what that says now. So the goal here is to find f prime of x. Now we're given, go ahead and rewrite it up here, f of x is equal to the integral between -1 and x, and this is our f of t in here, which I'm just going to go ahead and write the square root of t to the fourth plus 1 dt. We want to find f prime of t. Now remember what the fundamental theorem stated. We have d over, we're trying to take the derivative with respect to x. I went ahead and just wrote this in. This was part of the theorem here. So we're taking the derivative of all of this, and it is equal to f of x. So this piece right here, our f of t, is equal to the square root of t to the fourth plus 1. So you must be saying, well, let's just plug an x in here and be done with it. Well, that's all we have to do, actually. And remember, we're trying to find f prime of x, and remember that f prime of x is going to be equal to f of x. That was something we stated 3 hours ago, or however it was. So this ends up becoming, so our f prime of x is just becomes the square root, plugging x in here, x to the fourth plus 1. Now this is good if this is just x to the first power up here, and of course it is. It's just x to the first power. Okay, so that's pretty simple. You just take this and plug it in for an x. But if this is not to the first power and this is squared, or some other number, which we're going to work here in just a minute, you're going to have to use what's called substitution. We're going to look at this trig function here, cosine t. So let's look at this one here. Remember what this is, and we want to find f prime of x. Now you notice this is x squared up here, so we're going to have to do something different. So we got the integral from pi halves to x squared of cosine t dt, and that's going to be equal to f of x, and remember we want to find f prime of x, f prime of x. Well, I think we talked about at some point in time how to take the integral of cosine t. In this particular one here, we're going to use what's called substitution. We're going to let u equal x squared. Now I'm going to kind of skip some complicated steps. It's probably necessary to learn them, but we just want to get the answer here. I'm letting u equal x squared. We're going to, I'm going to rewrite this. And this is going to be equal to our f prime of x, which we're wanting to find here. Okay. And I'm going to say du, or d over du, and we're taking the integral between pi halves and u. So you see we substituted this x squared here for the u. Right. And we go ahead and just rewrite everything else, cosine t dt.